All right, Megan's in the house, finally.
Hi,
Hey,
Jonathan.
hi, welcome.
Thank you, thank you. What an honor. I'm excited.
Well, what do you
I
got for
love
me,
watching your
sweetheart?
videos. Well, I wanted to share my most recent experience. Just because hopefully it can help other people. I like watching your videos. I learn a lot of things. Um,
Okay,
the guy I started, well, he was my personal trainer. Let's say it that way. I need one. I love exercising in the gym, but I had a few strokes a few years ago. I'm still in a wheelchair, so I didn't really know how to exercise. I knew how to able-bodied, but not in a wheelchair. So yeah, I went to physical therapy as well, but after a while, I outgrew that, and I got a personal trainer. Hence how I met him in
okay,
maybe October last year. So then
okay,
it seemed to be going pretty well. We're both same, let's say, religious background, Christian, talked about marriage, talked about a lot of those things. Let's give ourselves, 6 months to see how we like each other, and then we could, increase the intensity of the relationship. I've
okay,
noticed that after about 2 to 3 months, he's starting to get distant, meaning
okay.
I not really texting as much. And as it goes forward, I finally, around the 6 month mark, openly ask him, "So, what are we going to do?" At which point, he wants to postpone it another 6 months because, of car
When
repairs
you
or
say
this or that.
postpone it, what are you postponing?
So, we had said that we were going to maybe become boyfriend, girlfriend after 6 months.
Okay. Now, let me just ask a couple questions, Megan. During this
Sure.
period of time, did you guys have physical intimacy together? And I mean sex.
No.
Okay, so no sex. Was there any kissing during this period of time?
Yes.
Okay, so there was physical kissing. Okay, I mean, there was kissing. Okay, so you guys are spending time getting to know each other, and he wants to prolong to call you boyfriend and girlfriend. Okay, is that what I'm
Right.
understanding? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so what's your question?
Oh, I don't have a question. I just thought I'd come and share. So I was actually going to say how I learned. Yeah, I'm just sharing. No, I learned part of this from you. I'd heard
Okay,
you speak often about attachment styles, and frankly,
okay,
this is just something that flew completely over my radar because let's face it, my own personal, I'm not. I've been more focused on my career. I'm a doctor, so I was never really big on dating. All that. My career was more important. So then, of course, even after I've been a doctor now for a long time, after the strokes is when I became more open. So for me, I've been always trying to learn, watch channels, learn about men.
okay,
So when I heard you first speak about that, again, it wasn't relevant. Then I went back after I've gone through this experience. In my personal opinion, I felt he had told me a few times about his rough upbringing. The father seemed very emotionally,
okay.
let's say rough. He's been cheated on, he's been divorced. Not recently, it was 3 years, but again, they were together 20 years, now they're three.
Can I
So
jump
I,
in? Can I jump
sure,
in, Megan? Okay.
you're in
So
charge. Go ahead, jump in.
no, I'm gonna be. I'm trying to be less antagonistic with my guests than I typically am. So you've
Okay,
been
I
talking a
like
lot
that.
about him. You've been talking a lot about him. So let's do a little exercise together. Okay.
Okay.
What do you want? Now that's big. So let me narrow it down. What do you want in the form of a romantic relationship? Okay. Now I want permission to interrupt you when I think you're going off tangent. So share with
Sure.
me what you want.
Ultimately, I want to date long enough to figure out if we're compatible to marry.
Okay, so you want to date long enough to determine you're compatible. Okay. That's not really saying, okay, so I'm going to ask you a different question. What
Okay.
does a relationship look like for you?
Oh, for me, I would say maybe getting together once a week or so, spending a few
Okay.
hours, texting maybe every day, but to see each other maybe once a week or so.
So see each other once a week. And why is it only once a week?
To be honest, I'm busy. The stroke recovery is my first priority, so I'm most of the time at the gym or in PT. Plus, I'm working again as a doctor and I have a side hustle. So for me, it's more time. I don't really have a lot of time. And to be honest, I don't feel like I need more than that. To me, a few hours a week, I don't like need to
So,
be around them all the time.
okay, so all right. So the way I view what you're looking for is a very, 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 very part-time relationship. Now, did you hear me say very, 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 very part time?
I
You said you
did
want
hear.
3 hours roughly of somebody else's time. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, that's certainly, you know, that's what your needs are. It's quite possible his needs were he wanted somebody he can see 3 hours a day, every day of the week. Now, I'm not saying that's what he wants, but I'm saying he might want that. What you want, you two are misaligned with one another. Now, let me just tell you the reason why most likely he began to become distant and pull away. Men get tired of incessant telephone calls and text messages. It just becomes fucking exhausting unless he's a deeply wounded person who needs attention. A deeply wounded person will spend years on a telephone texting somebody because they're too afraid of a relationship. Okay. My sense is he just got tired of a text or telephone. Did you guys speak on the phone or was it just text during the day?
We didn't speak on the phone, so I saw him every day because we were working together. So we were mainly, most of our time was every day. And as far as
Okay,
him,
so wait. So time out. So you just described something that got me a little confused. So with him, you saw him every day.
right, he was
Did
my
you see
personal
him in a
trainer.
work environment?
Yes, because he was my personal trainer.
Okay, so this wasn't a real romantic dynamic for the last 6 months. Is that right?
Yeah, no, we didn't like go out on dates or anything.
Okay, you didn't go on dates. And then he said he wanted to prolong it 6 more months.
Right.
So my suspicion, he just wasn't that into you.
That could be true.
I mean, just not enough to consider something more substantial. Plus, he probably, I mean, how old was he?
He's 44 and so am I.
Okay, so I'm going to guess he's a rather horny guy. He's going to want sex from somebody. He's probably possibly getting sex from somebody else. I mean, you would know better than I, but I'm going to speculate here. Are you aware if he was sleeping with somebody else?
I'm not. He may have been. He's Christian as well. So in general, we don't try to sleep around, but
Christians
of
are
course,
just as horny as non-Christians, okay?
no, I'm just, yeah, I don't live with him. But yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just saying that that's not like, oh yeah, go out there and sex. And if he was, he certainly wouldn't tell me. Now,
yeah.
going back to your thing about busy, he's actually busier than I am. He works the 40 hours. He has like two side hustles and all that. So
Okay.
that was kind of why it was not trying to, trying to push the time things. I already know he's busier than me, and I consider myself to be busy.
Well, Gigi says Megan is a cool, smart, independent lady. He probably liked hanging out with her. I think the two of you might have just. Do you still see him, by the way?
No, no, he doesn't work there anymore.
Oh, he doesn't work there anymore. Okay. So since he stopped working there, when was the last? Then was your communication via text messaging?
Yes.
Okay. Do you still text each other every day?
No, no, I don't bother. Like I said, it started to feel very one-sided for me, meaning I am the only one texting. So I said, well, if he's not interested, I'll let him go.
Okay. Okay. So you said you want a significant relationship. How are you going to make that happen?
Oh, for now, I'm not going to make anything happen. I was
Yeah.
in love with him. I'm still in love with him. So I'm going to heal from this. And then we'll
Okay.
see. In any case, stroke recovery is always first, no matter what. That comes above. And I wasn't even looking for love anyway. He happened
Yeah.
to be my trainer for stroke recovery. So that's always first, always.
Got it. Got it. Got it. All right. Well, sweetheart, can I reach into the camera and give you a big,
Oh,
gigantic Jonathan Bear hug?
yeah, I'll send him one back. Thank you,
Okay.
Jonathan.
Thanks for being on. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Bye.
I want to give Megan some props for her bravery for coming on. She shared with us a story that is not too uncommon. And let me explain what I mean by not too uncommon. Is that there are many people out in the dating marketplace that are connecting in a non romantic way. The real thing that I mean, in these non romantic ways where they spend time together. Now, that's certainly a great way to create a connection with someone. Okay. But we have to be careful because did you hear her say she was in love with him? She was in love with him. Okay. And that she must heal from that. Now, I don't think she was overtly attached to him. So I want to differentiate between, I believe, just the way she handled the conversation. I don't think she was like deeply attached to him. She might have deep care for him, and she calls that love. That's just my words. I'm putting words in her mouth. Okay. The challenge is when we invest time with someone, there can be a deep pain when that dynamic ends. And so I am a big believer that we really be more mindful of who we invest our heart, our soul, our mind, and our body and our spirit with someone. So I want to give Megan a big, gigantic hug. By the way, if you appreciate the conversation I have with Megan, post a comment below. I'd like to hear your thoughts. If you found value in what I shared with Megan, please hit that like button. Please share this video. Please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell if you can be notified of new videos. And if you want some support, hey, there's links below to schedule a discovery call with me to see if working with a coach is right for you. And also links to get my books and recommend follow me on Instagram, or also join my group called Midlife Love Mastery, all listed below.